Autumn Leaf here. I'm working on the end product of a Reborn doll, and this one was ordered with a back and a front plate. So I'm now trying to attempt to attach them, and I thought I'd do a quick video and we'll see how successful I am at this. I couldn't find videos with both to see how other people did it. So let's see how I'm going to accomplish this. I have some very thin ribbon that is like a clothy ribbon, not paper, that I'm going to use or attempt to use to attach. This says its width is 1/8. It's the smallest that I have. I thought about doing yarn, but I know when you pull yarn really tight, it's really locked down, and if she ever wanted to take this off, it would probably have to be cut, where I'm hoping the ribbon, you can tie it and be able to untie it. So what I have done is I'm trying to place this back plate on, and I'm trying to, get the grooves in line with the arms and up here, with the arms and the legs, trying to mold it. Now this is the Lee kit, Leah, and these plates are supposed to fit, I believe it said 18 to 19, 18 to 20 inch dolls, and this is an 18-inch doll. So this is on the smaller end of the scale, and I think that's why I'm having a little bit of excess here on the width of the body, but I believe it's going to work once we mold it. So I feel like I've got the back on placed where I want it, and now the belly plate we're going to try to line up on here. And you see how you've got these little holes? I'm talking, honey. And I'm going to try to line these holes up and attach them. That's my goal here. So I'm going to start with this down here at the bottom, because that one seems to overlap very easily. And I don't know how much yarn or ribbon to get. I'm going to get an extra long piece probably. This is, I don't know, maybe almost a foot long. And the holes are not big at all on here. Like, they may appear big on one side, but when you actually see the other side where it's drilled through, it's almost like a needle. And I may actually have to get one of my large needles to thread this. You need a really small yarn or thread to get through here. Yeah, this ribbon that I said's 1/8 is just barely getting through here. In fact, I don't think I can go the opposite direction on this one. I'm going to try cutting my ribbon to a point and see if maybe if I can get the point to come through, I can snag it with some tweezers or something. Let's see, where's my tweezers? The struggle is real, folks. And this, I don't feel like it's just this particular body. I've had a couple in the past, and they all are like this. It seems like the front appears to be, like a decent size hole to work with, but the back of it is really small. There we go. It's coming. With a struggle. Okay, so let me turn it here so you can see what I'm doing. I have threaded these through like this. Now, I guess you could go the opposite direction on this one because this is the first one, and when you tied it, your ribbon would be in the back. Let's see how this is going to look. I don't know if they want a bow right here, but I might be able to tuck it. Yeah, there we go. You can tuck it in there, and it's going to get tight as I pull the other pieces together. Okay. So now that we got that one, I feel like, I don't know if I should work. I feel like I need to save these for last, but I don't know. Maybe I should do the middle and work my way up. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I need to do the top. So now, put her arm down. I think I'm going to try to attach this one. We're going to do the same thing, about a foot. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get a point on here. And I don't know if you can see, but you see like here the hole looks really big, like that's a good size holes. But then when you flip them over, look, you can't even see it in the camera. Like there you can see there's a hole, and there you can barely see it. And it's the same with this one. They're not drilled very well all the way through. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. I really do think I may have to get a needle just because this works, you know, getting the tweezers and stuff, but it's a little more time consuming. Okay, now this one I'm gonna have to cut again because every time I pull through my edges are frayed. And I mean this one is so small, I'm gonna actually kind of open it a little bit more. These are, just a reminder, first quality plates. These are not second quality. And these are from Bountiful Baby. Just like a piece of vinyl sticking. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm doing surgery. I got tweezers and scissors going here. This one has an extra piece of vinyl that is sticking and it's getting in the way, so now it should go through easy. You know, I want to make it where you can take the plates off because there may be an outfit that doesn't look right because of the plates being on, and she might want to take them off. So I'm trying to make it easy to do that. Alright, let's try to keep it from fraying. If you don't know, if you work with ribbon or some material and it frays easy, if you burn the ends, that kind of melts it to where it doesn't do that as easy. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to make sure we're up and under this arm. I don't want it over top of it because I want you to be able to move this arm easily. Try to get my length about the same. Here we go. There. And I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to try to tuck these underneath. There we go. So that looks pretty good, I think. Alright, so I don't know if I should go ahead, and you can see you can move this arm. Let's get the other side done. So again, and of course this is a girl. I'm using blue ribbon. It's all I had on hand. I'm gonna have to get some because this baby got a lot of good response on my Facebook page, which I will put the link on there if you want to see more pictures of her and some pictures of the process I went through to make her. I did a few update pictures on her that show the whole process, you know, of painting her and doing her hair. You can go to my Facebook page and see those pictures. This doll was a custom order. She kind of has all the bells and whistles. She's got the rooted hair. She has a belly and back plate. She's got a beating heart. And she also has the baby powder wafer in her, so she will smell like a baby. And that's something new that I have started to do. And if you ever get them, they're really not that expensive. But I would suggest not putting an entire wafer into the baby, because I think then it'll be a little overpowering. I cut them in half, and I only use half. Okay, so I'm going to make sure we're up and under this crease of this arm. Alright. You have to do some pulling, but you want this snug, you know, and you know, you got a cloth body, so you should be able to pull this how it needs to be. And you might want to double knot this, I don't know, hoping the ribbon will hold and not start to loosen up. Okay, so just give you a look there of the top view. And I think since I've, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and do, just trying to make sure our front piece is still in the middle. There we go. So now we're going to go ahead and do the side pieces. It does seem like it helps to kind of get your corner and then just hit it. Well, I'm not even showing y'all what I'm doing. If you just take a lighter and just go like this to the edge, I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing. Cut your point on the ribbon and then just hit it, and that will keep it from fraying. I forgot I had the camera so close to the baby and not showing me. Alright, come on. And I'm sure there's other ways, you know, before you say, oh, that's not the right way to do it, this is how you're supposed to do it. There's a lot of ways I'm sure you could do this. This is just a way that I think I would want my doll if I was getting one. And I appreciate my customers giving me feedback, you know, if they like it, if they don't like it. I have a few dolls out that have the beating hearts and the wafers in them, and I've told them, you know, let me know what you think. Is this something that you like, you don't like? you know, I'm not a collector. You know, I don't carry dolls around. I don't dress them up, you know, every day. I don't take them in public. I don't sit around and hold them. So I really rely on feedback of people who do. You know, what is it that you like about these dolls, and what would you like for them to have that I could put in there to make them better? Okay. So there we go. So far, it's looking pretty good. I know the strings keep showing in this bottom piece. I think I may have to re-tie this a little bit tighter when we get done with this side. Okay, so I'm show you this time. I'm cutting my point. And you may, when you get done, want to hit the other end with the lighter so it doesn't fray in the end. And I think that's what I'll go back and do, because after use that will start to happen. But if you hit it with the lighter, it'll be good. It won't do that. It's like right there. Come on. Oh my goodness, come on. Alright, so before I tie it, I'm going to make sure we're all tucked under where we're supposed to, because you want to be able to move the legs properly. Okay, sorry for any background noise. You know, I've always got the kids running around the house, and it's in the morning, so they're full of energy. Alright, so it looks like, you know, the bow pieces may end up coming out as you move it around. I've tried to tuck them in the best that I could, but they may come out. So if that's something that really concerns you, you may want to cut the strings shorter, and you won't have quite as much showing. And I'm just re-tying this end a little bit tighter. And tucking it in best that I can. Alright, so let's sit her up and let's see how we've done here. This is the back. Sitting pretty good, I think. And you can see this doll has full arms. And show you the front. She looks pretty good, I think. She's centered here. It looks good up here around the neck. And she's got 3/4 legs, but she's got full arms. It looks like everything's not shifting. It's staying in place. And like I said, she's on the smaller end of these belly plates, so you kind of have a little excess here. And I think that's because she is on the smaller end. But, you know, I think when you put clothes on and stuff, that's not going to be that big of an issue. But that may be one reason that you'd want to take the belly plate off, is depending on the clothes that you have, if this would pucker out a little bit. But I am going to dress her, and I'll show a little bit more of her detail and do a quick video on that. So stay tuned for that. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of these videos. And until next time, bye.